What's going on, everybody? It's JetsCentral, finally coming back with another video with some Jets buzz, okay? And everyone knows that the Jets took a flyer on quarterback Teddy Bridgewater in this past offseason, formerly of the Minnesota Vikings and Louisville Cardinals. He was the 32nd overall pick in the first round back in 2014, and I really liked him coming out of Louisville. And he comes to the Minnesota Vikings, doesn't start right away. Matt Castle does, and once Bridgewater kind of started to get some playing time, he looked like a pretty solid NFL quarterback. Threw for a nice completion percentage, really moved the chains, moved the offense effectively, and really was a good leader. He was a good cornerstone of this offense. He was labeled as a game manager throughout his tenure with the Vikings. And I know a lot of people sit there and say, game managers suck, we don't want that, we want the Brett Favres and, the quarterbacks that take chances and stuff downfield. But I feel like a game manager it's an underrated quality. I feel like game manager is code for smart quarterback, a guy that takes care of the football, a guy that understands how to read a defense and won't lose a game for the team, okay? So Bridgewater was labeled as a game manager pretty much throughout his time with the Vikings. And again, everyone knows the story about him just destroying his knee, and a lot of people wrote him off and said, this guy will never play another snap in the NFL. His knee is shot. He has no chance. We don't even know if this guy can walk. Okay, so huge knee injury. And the Vikings ended up declining his 2018 option, making him a free agent. The Jets went ahead, after 2 years of rehab by Bridgewater, Jets went ahead and signed him to, I believe, a 1-year, $500,000 deal with a ton of incentives. I think the incentives go all the way up to $15 million. And the first kind of news that we're hearing of Bridgewater, rocking the green and white, is that this guy is absolutely dominating. Some people will go as far as to saying that Bridgewater looks better than what he once was before pre-injury, and that is a huge statement. Okay, he's accurate. He has a solid arm, not a great arm, but he's displaying solid arm strength. Okay, he's picking up the offense. He's mechanically sound in Jets camp, and that's something that is a big question mark regarding quarterbacks coming off huge injuries. Okay, because they haven't really been playing. Are they going to be throwing the ball the same way? I know it's a different sport, but look at a guy like Markelle Fultz, the point guard for the Sixers, #1 overall draft pick, has a shoulder problem in between the summer league and the regular season, and all of a sudden he's starts changing his motion, and this guy cannot shoot a lick, and he's trying to shoot left-handed. He's a righty. He just completely lost his shot. So Teddy Bridgewater, to look mechanically sound and just to look brilliant out there, that's just music to our ears, okay, as Jets fans. It's phenomenal hearing that. And it's really starting to open up two pathways, okay? Path one, the Jets keep him. And Bridgewater continues to dominate, whether it's in training camp, he picks up the offense, he's continuing to grow, looks great in preseason, takes care of the football, and looks like a solid NFL quarterback, and Bridgewater does have the potential to do that. It's just all dependent on the knee and his overall durability. We keep him. He looks great. He's the starter week 1, and we have our quarterback. Josh McCown kind of slides back into the void of being more of a coach or starting to or to have more of a coaching role, which is something that he's expressed doing in the future. That's amazing. And then Sam Darnold just has a bigger kind of cushion to kind of kick back and relax on, because Teddy's balling. Josh McCown is in front of Sam, and Josh is just feeding him every single bit of knowledge that he has. So it takes a lot of pressure off Sam Darnold, and Teddy Bridgewater is going out there and functioning at a high level. That's just the dream scenario. That's an A+ situation for the New York Jets. The other path is that Josh looks good, Sam is picking up the offense, and Bridgewater looks pretty damn good as well. Teams start, to kind of pick up on that and say, man, Teddy Bridgewater looks good. We can give the New York Jets a pick for Teddy, because they also have McCown, who can play, coming off his best season. Don't forget that. In the green and white, best season of his career with the Jets last season. So can McCown duplicate a season like last season? It's possible. Okay, he connects really well with Jeremy Bates. You give him guys like Isaiah Crowell, Terrell Pryor, two guys that are going to help this offense. Josh McCown can surely play. And then Sam Darnold, the 3rd overall pick, who a lot of people will have really high hopes for, including myself, but I'm not going to put the pressure on Sam to play immediately. So we have three quarterbacks that can all play, that all have that will all they can all man the Jets quarterback position for now. And so the Jets could be sitting there looking at it like, we can flip Teddy Bridgewater, not have to pay him this contract, and recuperate a really high draft pick, whether it be a third-round pick or even a second-round pick. I view this situation kind of similar to the Minnesota Vikings a few years back with Sam Bradford, okay? Eagles went ahead and drafted Carson Wentz, traded up in the draft to go get Carson Wentz at 2. They paid Chase Daniel a big contract for a backup, and they also signed Sam Bradford to a 2-year deal. They went ahead in training camp and traded away Sam Bradford to the Vikings for a first-round pick and a fourth-round pick. So if the Jets, or if a team out there, say their quarterback isn't performing the way they want, or they want to add competition to the room, or maybe a guy goes down with injury, okay? Injury, this is football. People get hurt. If a guy goes down, or if a team wants to add a quarterback, Bridgewater will be at the top of the list if this guy's, showing out every single time he touches a football. Okay, so both scenarios are perfect. You have the A+ scenario where Bridgewater comes in and does a great job, and Sam is just relaxing and understanding the game, and when he's ready to play, he'll play. And Josh McCown is just, leaning more into that coaching role. And then in the other, direction, we can trade Bridgewater, get a nice high pick. Sam Darnold's good. Josh McCown is good. So both scenarios are perfect A+ situations for the Jets. I want to hear your thoughts down in the comment section. Which route do you prefer? Do you want to trade him and try to get a high pick, or do you want to keep him? And this is, of course, if based off two things. One, all these reports are true. Okay, which I do think they are true because it's been reported by multiple sources, multiple people actually attending these voluntary OTAs and witnessing it in person and writing articles and taking videos and interviewing these guys. And they're all saying the same thing. Bridgewater looks like a franchise quarterback. So that's the first thing. Everything kind of has to go right. And then 2, he has to continue to grow. Okay, we have to remember that this is voluntary OTAs. This isn't in-game in a high-speed preseason game. Okay, this isn't in-game action. So anybody can really look really good without pads, without a defense and stuff like that. So, or without a full 11-man defense. So Bridgewater, let me know down in the comment section your thoughts on it. Should we trade him? Should we keep him? I cannot wait to dive into the comment section and hear what you guys have to say. So that's pretty much it for the video. I'm pretty much down with either situation. I think both paths are perfect. Either way, we're getting good quarterback play, and in one direction, we can also get a draft pick back, a potentially high draft pick. So let me know down in the comment section. Thanks so much for watching, and as always, go Jets.